Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Learn GCP with Mahesh. Today we'll discuss a question from GCP's Cloud Architect Practice Exam on TerramEarth. This is the question. Today, TerramEarth's maintenance worker receives interactive performance graphs for the last 24 hours by plugging their maintenance tablet to vehicle. If you recollect this one, this is nothing but our this information because the vehicles almost like 20 million vehicles are generating 120 fields of data, and that data can be accessed via this maintenance port. This is what it was mentioned in the case study. The same thing they are mentioning here. So they connect to they connect to that maintenance port via a tablet and get all those information. The support group wants support technician to view this data remotely to help troubleshoot problems. So that is the thing which they want. You want to minimize latency. This is the most important thing in this question. Minimize latency of graph loads. How should you provide this functionality? Pause the video, look into those four options. Let me know what could be the best possible answers for this. All right, if you have decided the right answer, let's verify whether the right answer and the one which you have chosen is matching. The first option, execute queries against data stored in Google Cloud SQL. What is Cloud SQL? The manage MySQL and Postgres. And based on our previous video, we understand they need a data warehouse and they have a huge amount of data. One day itself, with only 1% of vehicles connected to cellular network, can generate 9 terabytes of data. And we know Cloud SQL's upper limit is 10 TB. It cannot go beyond that. So definitely Cloud SQL could not be a good choice here. And here they are using it for reporting purpose, generating graphs. Cloud SQL is not a good choice for OLAP systems. These are OLTP systems, online transactional processing systems. But what we are expecting is something like a OLAP systems, online analytical processing systems. So option A gets ruled out. The next option, execute the queries against data indexed by vehicle underscore ID dot timestamp in cloud big table. So they are saying this has to be your row key. That is what they are mentioning. And if you recollect the previous video, I guess part 4 video on TerramEarth, we had seen this architecture. I had mentioned based on their case study, using BigQuery is a good choice. And I had mentioned don't use big table. Now, in the options they are mentioning, use this as a use big table as one of the options. The reason is latency. And if you go to big table and try to provision a resource, a big table resource, the key important thing with big table is it is really good at handling time series data and with low latency, low as 6 milliseconds. And this is consistent single milliseconds retrieval time. That's what I would say. The latency is fixed. So even if you have 3 nodes, 30 nodes, it remains the same. So it gives you such a low latency requirement. uh, could be a choice. That's what I feel here, because they have mentioned mention they want to minimize the latency. So option B could be a good choice, even though when we are discussing the during our part 4 video, we thought big table could not be a good choice, but this time because they are asking for low latency, it could be a choice. So let's see option C, execute the queries against data stored in daily partitioned BigQuery table. So let's go to BigQuery here, create a table. So when you create a table, you have the option of partitioning. So you can partition based on a specific field or by ingestion time. So you have both options there. This could be again a good choice, I would say, because they want only last 24 hours of information. So partitioning is always a good choice. People coming from data warehouse background, they feel like partitioning could be a good choice. But between B and C, if you say both can achieve the stuffs, but the only thing which B can do much better than option C is latency, because in BigQuery you will have latency. You will not be able to achieve that latency of milliseconds if the data is huge. Between B and C, I would go still with B, but let's look into option D before locking B. Execute the queries against BigQuery with data stored in Google Cloud Storage via BigQuery Federation. Let's understand what they are saying here. For that, let's go to our BigQuery screen. So whenever you are loading the data, you can load the data in different options in BigQuery. You can directly load the data into a native option. This is that option. The table could be a native, or you can make it as external. Say for example, if you choose Google Cloud Storage, you have the option of uploading that. And if you recollect our part 3 video, you can upload all your files to from via FTP to your Google Cloud Storage. That was a thing, right, which I had mentioned. So they are mentioning just tap on to Google Cloud Storage and use it as a federated table federation. So by selecting external table and doing this could be a good choice if it is cost effective option. But what they are asking here is low latency or minimize the low latency. So this could have more like longer latency. That's what I would say if it is reading from an external table. So A is totally ruled out. D gets ruled out because of latency. It is a cost effective solution, but latency is very long. So now it's a clash between B and C, and both can achieve it. If option B was not there, I would have definitely gone with option C. But since option B can achieve it with low latencies, like maybe like 6 milliseconds, that's what I would say. That's what we had seen in our screen. Option B looks like a better choice for me. So if you click next and submit the form, you will get the response saying option B is the right choice, and they have given all the explanation. Something which I have added here, it's the same thing here. Look into the explanation, that should help you a lot. So that's the information I wanted to share it with you. Hope the video was helpful. Please let me know in the comment section if you want me to do a video on a specific GCP concept. I'm happy to do that. Thanks for watching.